So what bounty hunter do we want to show up next? Hey everyone, Jeremy here. Today I'm about to watch the Bad Batch episode. What are we on? Wow, we're on episode 10. I was not expecting that. Well, I guess, yeah, we're a good chunk into the series now. I don't expect this week to be as big as last week. We've had a couple of really big episodes in a row, but we also don't have that many episodes left. I think we're going to 16. Feel free to correct me in the comments, but I think we're going to like 16 this year, or this season, I should say. So we're really getting down to it. They can't have a lot of moments to breathe before we get to the finale. That is one thing about the show. Even the episodes that don't feel like they are necessarily propelling the massive storyline, they do propel certain storylines forward. Things like with Fennec. Fennec was probably what you would call a smaller episode, but it was actually really big. It was a good episode, but it was also setting her up. It was also setting up who was paying for her, who was sending her after Omega or Omega. You know, we've got all kinds of things like that keep happening throughout this series. So it's kind of like there are no just filler episodes. A filler episode, by definition, is just an episode that happens and doesn't affect the narrative. Now, they've been really good about making sure the episodes that happen actually push the overall narrative forward in some small way or big way. So where are we?
We promise to treat all planets within the Confederacy of Independent Systems fairly.
We're seeing what happened to the Confederate planets?
I can't.
This is something I've really wanted to see.
If you do not comply with their request, you will be arrested like the other senators.
I promise to.
Yeah, he's getting himself killed.
This is wrong.
Yeah, you're not living through the day.
We require your assistance.
Who were they contacting? Rex? Ahsoka? I'm genuinely curious. Because they're Confederates. I don't know who they would actually know.
I've got a mission for you boys.
Oh.
A simple extraction. Locate and free Senator Avi
They contacted
from
Sid.
his confinement. My client will meet you at the given coordinates.
If anything happens to her...
Yeah, Bandana. Just get out of here, will you?
Bandana. Yes. So, how soon before Sid finally sells them out?
The coordinates from Sid have us landing outside the capital city. I can't believe we're helping a separatist senator.
So you have said. Repeatedly.
I always thought we'd make it to Raxus someday.
I forgot Raxus was the capital. It really makes sense that Echo would be the one that hates the Separatists most, considering they did that to him.
I suggest you leave before. Oh dear.
Huh? It is bothering me how much they're resistant to this, considering at this point, the enemy of my enemy. I mean, haven't they heard that saying before? Granted, they've been fighting the Separatists for years, but Separatists are pretty much gone.
There's two at the door.
The Empire's the one trying to kill them now.
Corridor.
Nice.
Win a few matches for some money.
Depends. What's my cat?
Nice.
30%.
Okay, I like seeing Omega. I don't want to say gamble. Let's say barter. Barter. Nice. Okay, I just got to comment on the animation. It looks so good these days. The evolution. Man. Watch the original movie versus this.
The armored vehicle from up here.
It's always weird to see them fight other clones. Oh, they're stunning today. A lot of times they shoot them. Not that stunning them may have saved them. And that tells you how different they are now. That they would just blow each other up to accomplish the mission.
Please blast a hole in the wall right here.
That I can do.
Tuh. You just made Wrecker's day. Finally got to blow something up.
I must help them.
He's gonna start a rebellion.
But not if you are in Imperial custody.
Are we gonna start seeing the seeds of smaller rebellions? Because the Alliance doesn't come till later, but rebellions start early.
What's all this?
So much for keeping a low profile. She's gonna have paid off their debt.
I told you to keep a low profile. This is the opposite.
Ease up, Bandana. Omega made enough money to pay off the debt you boys owe me. So try showing a little gratitude to my friend.
Ooh.
You
What
really
was
paid
that?
off our debt? One match. If you win, then no more sitting out on missions.
Just made her day.
You ready for this?
Okay, not the most eventful episode, but that was kind of expected. We were due for something where it's more of a deep breath before we get to the end. But I do think this was setting some things up. That senator getting away, that I think we're going to start seeing more and more of that. Like I was saying there, it feels like we're going to start seeing the smaller rebellions begin to form. It's too early for the full-blown, Rebel Alliance because that's later. They don't get organized until around the time of Rebels and Rogue One in that time frame, closer to A New Hope. But the smaller rebellions, your Saw Gerreras, probably people who are trying to take back Raxus, things like that, will continue during this time period. This could become more and more common for them as time goes on, that they get brought into situations where they're trying to oust the Empire from certain places. Now, they can't exactly win, but they can absolutely make it harder on the Empire and do stuff like this where you're rescuing key people that might come into play later, which is exactly what I think is going to happen here. I think the senator is going to be someone who comes into play very soon, and it's just like with Rex, just like with Fennec, just like with, well, Cad Bane will probably show back up. Characters that we've been introduced to in these almost one-off episodes, they come back, and that's what I expect here. Something I noticed at the end when they came back to the bar, I didn't realize how much the dynamic changes without Omega. Without Omega, something is lost in the dynamic, because part of it, I just adore her. I want to adopt that child. I have every ounce of paternal instinct, I think, for her that Hunter does at this point. So without her there was just something missing. And that's weird to say, because usually it's the kid character that annoys me during this stuff. Well, not always, but I mean, it can be the character that annoys me or distracts from the overall story. Oh, this is just dragging the story down or making it silly, whatever it might be. But Omega doesn't seem to have that impact yet. A lot like Grogu in The Mandalorian. I'm kind of glad that they're establishing here that no, they actually tried to do the right thing. They tried to make her sit out because it's dangerous. But now they're realizing, oh, now we kind of need her along, which is good for us and them. All right, what did you think of this week's episode? Leave your comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit like and subscribe to see more content like this, as well as share this with friends if you think they might enjoy it. All right, and before I go, as always, please take care of yourselves and please take care of each other. Thanks for watching.